Good afternoon and welcome to this special edition of My PI Dream. Today is what some folks have been asking for. They want to know a monthly wrap up for the month of February or what my expenses are to live in the Philippines. So I only have 5% of battery life left on my laptop, and I'm going to try to get through this as quick as possible. I've already been getting the low battery, but I put this off. I had guests here yesterday. Of course, we had the subscribers that came in yesterday, and that was the period of time that I was actually going to do the wrap up on this one. So I'm going to try to get through this without my battery dying. So I have 12 categories that I'm going to be discussing today, and it's going to be rent. Let me get inside here. Rent, electricity, water, internet, cell phone, auto insurance, property taxes, vehicle costs, groceries, dining out, transportation, and last but not least, miscellaneous. And I'll get into the miscellaneous because we're actually going to discount whatever I get at the very end of the budget, because miscellaneous has to do with things like startup expenses and things like that, and we'll get into that a little bit later on. So let's start with rent. Rent was 3,000 pesos. I don't live luxuriously, as you can see, but I live comfortably. I feel like as long as I have electricity, which I have electricity most of the time, as long as I have water, I have water some of the time, and as long as I have four walls and a roof, and I have those all the time, thank goodness so far. I am fine. I can live frugal, and it's only me, so it's no problem. So 3,000 pesos. For electricity, my electricity was 117.27. I will tell you, the 117.27 I believe is only a startup. My actual electricity won't kick into place until the March, so you'll actually get to see both on my electricity, and probably water will be just a little bit more than what it is. But the electricity, I think that was when they first turned it on, and that's not an actual usage. So I have no idea what it's going to be, but I don't think it will be that expensive in the tiny apartment that I'm living in. Water, 165.25 pesos, and I think that is actually an amount that they calculated from the zero when we had the meter installed to it's on I think around 5 when they took the meter reading. So I imagine it's going to be very close to this, or just a little bit more, because I'm starting to take a little bit longer showers now that I put that the heater, the electric heater device in my shower. So I like my long showers. Internet costs. Internet costs is going to be a combination of my PLDT fiber internet and my smart device, my Smart Bro Wi-Fi device. I put both of those costs inside there. I normally have my normal price for the PLDT fiber unlimited 50 megabytes plan is $28.99. I started the plan the first half of the month. I got the $18.99, which was 50 megabytes, but it was limited to 70, 80, 90 gigs. And since I'm doing the YouTube channel for uploading and also talking with my family back in the U.S., and I just wanted to make sure I had unlimited and I never got cut off. That's why I went to $28.99. But right now the two combined is $24.50.34, and next month it'll be a little bit more because I moved up on the PLDT program. Let's go to cell phone. Cell phone is 580 pesos is what I pay for my prepaid on my phone. It's the smart SIM chip that's inside there, and once a month I get a load. I go into the mall and I get a scratch off the back of the card, and I load it inside there, and this is what I spent for the month of February. And it will always be about that same amount, and it's more than enough that I need for phone calls and text messages. Auto insurance, 0. I have no auto, but that will change, should change in March. Property taxes was 955 pesos. Property taxes is only on this slot without a house on that. Next year, this amount will be different, so it will go up considerable amount, but it won't be an exorbitant amount like the property taxes that I would normally pay in the United States. 955 pesos. Vehicle cost, 0. Again, I have no vehicle. I can't charge anything on the legs, although there is a cost to using your legs. So that will change again next month with good fortune on my side. Groceries is a biggie. Groceries, 5,190 pesos, and that is all I spent for groceries. That doesn't include dining out, which is going to be the next category. So that's what and I don't buy a lot of groceries, but a lot of the groceries that I do buy are some of the products might be a little bit more. I don't do a lot of shopping at the wet market. I can actually cut costs if I start shopping at the wet market even more than going to the grocery stores like an SM or Robinson. Dining out costs. Dining out costs, I paid 4,505 pesos, .81. Dining out, you'll look that the dining out costs here are very close to my groceries. And you know, you see where I go. I eat at the mall a lot, and I eat with the locals around here a lot. So I probably dine out more than I do shop for groceries. It is actually cheaper to dine out than it is to cook for yourself. So you see why the cost for dining out is actually a little bit less than what I'm paying for groceries. That's why lately I've been going to all the folks in Anilau right here, and you can get a whole meal for 20, 30, 35 pesos, which is less than $1. You can have an entire dinner. So, enough said there. Let's go to transportation costs. Transportation costs is going to include jeepney, tricycles, and bus transportation that I have around here. This amount that you see, 637 pesos, not only includes the money that I've been spending for my own transportation, but if I give my sister-in-law money, if she has to do some running around errands, I include that inside here as well. For miscellaneous costs, this is a huge amount right here, 21,233.84 pesos. This amount right here is things like startup costs. I did not move into a fully furnished apartment, so I had to put furniture inside there. I had to put appliances inside there, and all these little different things. If I buy anything on the side, like an electrical extension cord or anything from Ace or Handyman, or plates or dishes or anything like that, that's included in this one. So we're going to have to deduct this from what it actually would cost to live in the Philippines, especially if you are single and you come over and you are getting a fully furnished apartment. Of course, you'll have to pay for certain things, but we're going to pull this out of the total cost of everything inside here. So I'm going to go back real quick. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss something here, and I did miss something right here. There's actually an HOA fee that didn't get inside of here. An HOA fee was kind of expensive. Let me see if I can go back to my HOA. My HOA, for some reason, didn't get inside it. My HOA was 10,747, so almost 11,000 pesos, and that's for the year for the subdivision that I am near. So you can see from miscellaneous and HOA, we're going to have to deduct about 30,000 pesos. So let's go to the grand tally of what my entire budget was for the month of February. My grand tally was based on, okay, it was 49,581.72 pesos, which is equivalent to $999.63. Now, that's based on, if you look down in the bottom left, you'll see it's based on 49.60. The peso to dollar rate right now is over 50 pesos. So this amount, the 999, would even be a little bit less. Now, let's subtract that 30,000 pesos I told you for miscellaneous costs and HOA, because those are things that you wouldn't have living here. So that would bring it down to from almost 50,000 to around 20,000. So your actual costs for living over here, 20,000 pesos, is going to be around 400 US dollars. So my actual budget for the month of February for living expenses on day-to-day living expenses would be around 30,000 pesos, or I'm sorry, 20,000 pesos, or around 400 US dollars. All right, I still have 5% on the battery. I want to make sure I don't shut down, and I want to get this out. So I hope this information has been helpful to you. Next month we'll have more accurate information, because we'll have a very good number for the utilities, for the water, and for the electricity. And again, I will discount, but I still want to maintain my own my own visibility of the miscellaneous expenses, so I know from my own budget how to track those, and I can move more wisely when I have to make purchases. So anyway, I hope this helped you today, and if it did help you, and if you have any questions, please put it in the comments section. And I will do this, if you like this, I will continue doing this on a month-to-month basis. Please let me know. And if you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up. Please share. And if you are not a subscriber, please be a subscriber on this channel. And I will look forward to talking with you next time on My PI Dream.